All right, first thing I want to start off on this August the 12th, 2026. I got two individuals I want to thank for making contributions. My man, D. Dawkins. D. Dawkins gave a $10 contribution via my Cash App. My man is Cash App Coolie of the day. And then I got Suspense. He gave a $5 contribution via my PayPal. These individuals are longtime followers of the channel. They contributed before, and I definitely appreciate you guys sticking with me during this whole time as I constantly keep revamping this thing, switching things up, doing things different, and always got something on the brain. And that won't be no different. People, if you got warrants for your arrest for non-payment of child support, it starts with a consultation, 732-875-9111. If, in fact, you are going to court for custody, 732-875-9111. If you got a contempt hearing coming up, and definitely if you need a divorce negotiation skills. People, I'm going to tell you something concerning divorce. There are a lot of movable parts in a divorce. And because of that, there's a lot of things that are going on that you don't know about. So you're under the impression that when you go to court, they're discussing it, then court's adjourned, nothing. Come back to court, discuss it. No, when you go to court, that's when they finally cement all the things that y'all agreed into while y'all was negotiating out of court. And the problem with a lot of you men is you don't know how to negotiate. You don't know that there, in fact, is negotiations out of court. All of our divorce clients, we help them more, so much to the point where our retainer changed for our divorce clients, okay? Just to know that. But again, all starts with the consultation, 732-875-9111. You'll simply text your name and $50 consultation already. When you're ready, anything else you're gonna get blocked. If I can tell it to you like this, understand it like this. We get at least 1,000 views a day. If I check my YouTube analytics, at least my views go up 1,000 a day. I'm not a high YouTube looker. I don't get, one of my videos don't get 2,000 views a day. It takes 90% of my videos never hit 2,000 views. However, because of the volume of videos that I got, I may have all of my videos, my channel may get 1,000 views a day. Let's just say out of that 1,000, 100 just got a question. And it takes 2 minutes to just answer, 2 to 3 minutes just to answer that question. That times 100 means 300 minutes a day. 300 minutes a day is somewhere around 5 hours. Do you think we got 5 hours to dedicate to just answering questions, to just maybes and hopes and whatever? If you think so, it's cool. I'm telling you, we don't, all right? So just text $50 consultation already when you're ready, and we can start helping you. It starts there. People, I'm gonna tell you something about a woman that I've spoke about a lot. CHRYSTAL HOLMAN. CHRYSTAL HOLMAN had a 35-inch chest, a 29-inch waist, and a massive 54-inch ass and hips. When I used to be having sex with Miss Holman, and I would be hitting it from the back, I used to literally zone out. The view that I had, I would literally zone out sometimes. To see no waist and just this wide ass, I would literally zone out. Why am I telling you this? Because if there's one thing I can tell you about CHRYSTAL L. Holman is fuckery, not happening. Not happening. You are not tricking CHRYSTAL Holman. If you are laying down with CHRYSTAL Holman, she's fully aware of, from start to finish, everything. CHRYSTAL Holman will never make a nigga trick me video. Never. Never make a you tricked me video. CHRYSTAL Holman will never make a men are narcissists video. Men are conniving. No, you'll never get that with CHRYSTAL Holman, nor none of her sisters. No, never get that. The one thing that I could say I appreciate about CHRYSTAL Holman is you knew how she feel and it was real. Let's just say I dated a woman named, I don't know, let's just call her Ebony. I dated a woman named Ebony. Ebony was so, you sneaky ass bitch. Ebony was so great at having you think she was interested in men. If there was a term called hateful hoe, it would be her picture. If there was a number sequence, it'd be her as number 1, and 2 through 999 would be empty because there's no one close. But where am I going with all this? And I appreciate those thumbs up for those that are here. Where am I going with this? People, do you ever notice, ever since the pandemic, how to get niggas videos went up? You ever notice that? You didn't notice that ever since the pandemic, how to get nigga videos went up? You ain't noticed that? You ain't noticed that? Did you notice that ever since the pandemic, how to get nigga videos went up? What I deserve videos went up. How niggas should treat me went up. I'm talking skyrocketed. But I'm going to ask you something here on this August the 12th, 2026. I got something to ask you. Got something to ask you. Where are the success videos? Where are the, I fucked over a nigga, here's my 3-bedroom, 3-bath, bitch got a 2-car garage. Where are those videos? Where are they? Where are those, look at my fucking house, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, but I'm sitting on 5 acres. Where are these videos? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? They don't exist. But women are constantly getting on social media, regurgitating this how to get a nigga videos. These how to get a nigga videos. The classic thing to do now is when you're doing your makeup. That's right, because niggas need to make sure when you let them eat your pussy, make sure you don't wash that motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. Let them eat dirty cooch. How come there are hundreds of women driving in their cars, expressing themselves, telling the world of women, that is, this is how you should train your man to treat you? How come you see, now you see, just to take them out on a date, you see these individuals getting in front of a camera, pressing record, now telling you, in order to take me out on a date, I need my hair done. I need 2 babysitters because I got 7 kids and the ratio of help per daycare babysitter is 4 kids. I got 7, so by law, I need 2 babies. Where are the success videos? Where are the success videos? Ain't nobody saying nothing. Leave your comment below. Where are the success videos? People, I am a success. At 56 years old, I am a success. I live a great life. I tell you this all the time. Only thing I ask you is, when I'm driving down the street, when I'm in my car doing a video, check the seats. They're different. I switch up cars like that. It's like that, baby. But how come we are living in times now where women have gotten so comfortable with this rhetoric? But yet, I just gave you an example of a woman that don't speak that rhetoric. How come? And let's be clear. Beauty-wise and body-wise, in all the women that I've dated, it was CHRYSTAL HOLMAN and then the rest, class by herself. I mean, had an attitude to go with it, unfortunately. Class by herself. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying that only to say, she got the attention of men. As I said to her, if we break up, and they say, boy, look at Michael Jordan's new girlfriend. Boy, she's a beauty. I had to use that example because she was that beautiful. Body, no woman I've dated came close. No roles, no nothing. And she never will make a nigga needs a video. So let's talk about those chicks that make the nigga need to videos. You know why the woman make a nigga need to videos? You know why? Anybody? Anybody? The reason why they need to make a nigga need to video is because a nigga won't. Making videos telling what men need to do for you is part of your on the table negotiation bullshit, because let's be clear about it. Men don't do that. No, we don't. Let me tell you something about yours truly. I got my eye on a woman right now. Black woman, beautiful. She's a single mom. And Friday, I'm going to make her look like a star. I'm going to buy her 3 pizzas, buy her 3 liters, and I'm going to send it to her job. She ain't got to ask me for that. Maybe one day you dumb women need to understand something. And that thing that you need to understand is men that make 6 figures, that are 6 feet, we will give you the world under one condition. You know what that condition is? Allow us to give it to you, but don't ask. Right? That's right. We will give you the world as long as you don't ask for it. That's what you got to understand. When you're good to a good man, he will spoil you. This is what a lot of you creatures don't understand. You see a lot of women getting spoiled, but you don't want to put in the work to be on the road to be spoiled. Yeah. Like I made a video this week, and it's only Wednesday, but I made a video this week. And I said, you know, when you see a woman with a big ring on her finger, somebody loves her. Let me tell you about another woman I dated. I'm not going to mention her name, but we'll call her Ebony. We'll call her Ebony. And Ebony was like the women that make these dumb videos. But one catch. Ebony was a conservative. She made, let's put it like this. What y'all gotta realize is when you see that $2 chick, let me go left for a second. When you see that $2 chick, that $2 chick will scream all the things that a man needs to do, but then the conservative chick won't. The conservative chick will say stupid shit to you like Ebony said to me. Ebony said to me, when I get married, we only using one income. We living off of only one income. Of course, it was the man, but she never talked. But you see how the $2 chick, she's very vocal, that outspoken shit, not conservative. When me and my man get married, he gonna take care of me. He gonna do this, he gonna do that. But the conservative chick don't do that. They are the exact same minds. Their delivery is different. Ebony would say, I remember her saying this to me. Yeah, my uncle said to me, I should just go ahead and get married. I need to go ahead and submit to a man. I said, we need to talk about that, Unc. She was talking to me when she said this. That was the indirect, but the $2 chick will tell you straight out. It was so amazing. It really was. And here's the most amazing thing about Ebony. When I met Ebony, she was wearing Michael Kors, talking about she wanted a Tahoe. When she met me, I had a Mercedes-Benz, I had a BMW, I was making $100,000. I got to watch Ebony evolve. They say money turns you into the person you really are. And money changed Ebony. Her nose went up. Oh, I got a white boss. Oh, I'm not submitting to no man. We got to live off one of the things that she wasn't saying when she was working in the shipyard, making $2 an hour. People, the same person at 17 with money. Remember, I had $102,000 in the bank when I was 17, brought a caddy at 17, my first car, a caddy. I was that same person then that I am today. I'm the same person. I just got wiser. But I got to watch Ebony change. Crystal was the same from day one. Never changed. Ever. Never changed. Wasn't as successful money-wise as Ebony. Had home values. Wanted to be married. Not Ebony. So just know that. They all speak the same. Their delivery is just different. But I want to get back to these women that make all these claims about how great they are, but there's a lot of buffoonery and trickery going on in the women's very existence. For example, if you Google I flipped Atlanta, you'll notice that there's nothing but black women that was scammed by another black woman. If you look at Let's Flip Chicago, 1 or 2 men, 30 or 40 black women. Because everybody knows that black women's quest is to say, I make money so I can shove it. Black women don't make money for success. They don't make money for the easy life. They make money just to scream, I don't need a man now. But there's a pattern. Hold on. There's a pattern. And the pattern is, it's amazing. It's astonishing. The pattern is, for some reason, women are getting scammed. Because let's be clear, I don't believe women are smart. I believe they're dumb. All of them. I don't believe that women have intellect. I believe that women need to hurry up and get themselves attached to a man because we are their source of common sense. Yeah. You know how you take vitamins? They're called supplements. I believe that we are their common sense. We are their common sense vitamin. I believe that they will function when things are going well. They will function in all the things that they want. But sometimes what women will never understand is that the things that they want in life don't match. The things that they want in right now, no, you shouldn't do that, right? I know you want this, but now is not the time. I believe that when they get that itch in their area, a man could say, a man could be crying, I just got tested HIV positive. And for some reason, they think that man could stick their dick in them and they won't catch it. I believe that we, men, we are their source of common sense. When you look around, there's many of we got suckered videos. Where are the men we got suckered videos? Where are they? We are in full understanding of the moment and the aftermath. Women are not. Where are the we got suckered videos from the men? We know, we make videos, they want us in jail. We make videos, we get more time. We are fully aware of everything that happened to us. We are so sensitive to our surroundings, not women. You see women, old women, ladies, we got tricked. They tricked us into taking welfare over family. Every war strategist knows in order to break up a family, you go to the weakest link. And one thing that they will never do is they'll never make a plan to fuck the man. It is the aftermath. Every plan to break up family, the woman side of it is giving her the power. The man side of it is all the laws that's obviously going to come out of a man resisting. They're going to make laws to make them extremely payful. You have to pay for that. But for example of what I'm saying, here's an example. So here's an example. They before they implement a law, they'll say from now on, if a call is made for a domestic dispute, which is real stuff, we're not separating no more. The new law now is the man got to be taken away. So the man side of it is jail and go and get taken away. As we just seen Marcellus Wiley, it happened to him down in Florida and all charges was dropped. So the law is designed to, once the woman makes the call, not you got to just leave the house for a couple of hours like it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Now in the 2000s is we got to arrest somebody. It's the man. So these laws are designed to help women, and women are going to advertise the law. The biggest advertisement of a man's destruction and the laws that came out are the women that they're designed to give power to. Girl, when you mad at them, just call the cops. That's why their answer to everything is call the cops. So that's why they made it to where as though somebody got to get arrested. That's the new riddle now. Oh, somebody got to get arrested. And normally it's the man. That's why I tell my clients always record the second she say, I want to talk. Always record. All right. So these rules and everything are what give women power. But women, because they are easily dog walked into stupid, they don't understand the repercussions behind that. This is why you always hear, when I called the cops, I didn't know they was going to arrest you. Of course you didn't. You thought they was going to ask me out to dinner. But again, this and these are, and what is the dumb, that is women. And again, this all happened after the pandemic. When the economy started crashing, women said, we got to get more from men content. How come when you listen to women now, all of what they speak of is concerning their interactions with men? How come? It's not, girl, we need to lose weight. It's not that. And because they were dog walked into all these narratives that will ultimately lead them to their demise, they're now trying to recover by saying a man is the answer. But again, how come there are hundreds of videos, hundreds of them crying about what they did, about them regretting what they did? There are hundreds of videos about women crying. Get this. They are crying because they divorced their husband and he found someone so quickly. Why is it so easy to manipulate women? Why do women always scream, the man manipulated me, he tricked me? Why all these things? How come he couldn't trick? You can see the worst woman in the world can't be tricked into going to the gym. The worst woman in the world can't be tricked into answering a question when she's asked. They can't be. The only thing they can be tricked into is having babies. The only thing they can be tricked into is housing a man when they got welfare and the new man come along, new set of balls, new dick. Now they putting him in the house and he tricked me. Now I lost my Section 8 housing. How come? How come? Where are the videos telling these individuals, girl, you got Section 8 housing, don't have no man come in there, just don't know that? Why? And why is it that when they talk about Section 8 housing now, it's, I don't need a nigga. I'm doing good. I got my Section 8 housing. My kids is good. How come there's never tracks or a road being paved for the women that's coming behind them to say, listen, move like this? How come everything that we see here in 2026 is women getting tricked? How come? How come, where's the video that women are saying, yup, the feminist movement did me well. Yup, I'm glad I'm a feminist. Where are those videos? Where are they? It's, you don't need a man, blah, 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 blah. But then the back end of it doesn't exist. They don't exist. I'll never do nothing for a man. Yup, that nigga, I'll take his nut. I'll have his baby, but I ain't making him no sandwich. Where are the back end videos to that? Where are they? They don't exist. Because the second that camera goes off, the real world comes knocking at their door. The real world comes a knocking. And when the real world comes a knocking, because they have delayed logic, that's when they realize things. That was me, lady. Lady, that was me. The real world comes a knocking. Lady, come here, little girl. That was me, little lady. That was me. That was me, little girl. Give me a kiss. That was me, little lady. But how come? How come? How come every time we see these videos, where are the back-end videos? Where are all the 50s and 60-year-olds been a feminist for 40 years? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Because young and I don't need a man turn into old and niggas ain't shit. Where are they? They don't exist. I assure you, if a man screaming he hit the lottery for $1 million and holding up $1 million lottery ticket, I'm sure there's a video of him accepting $1 million, and then there's another video of the shit that he brought, some of the things anyway, that he brought with the $1 million. How come these women are so smart? How come they get dog walked into, we don't need a man, but where are all the in-game videos? Where are they? I'm here to tell you, as a 58-year-old, all the women that I've seen living that life are scrambling to get married now. As I told you, I had one say to me, at the end of 2018, me and you going to be married. She said this in 2016. In 2018, I finally said, okay, how are we going to do this? Well, you got to move up here to Jersey because I got a job. Okay, where are we going to live? I don't know. Where are we going to live? That's what you get with them. That's what you get. You said we was going to get married. I asked you how we're going to do it, and nothing. They're excellent at feeding you ideas. And that's it. You can go on social media and you can see videos of women saying, yep, this man going to do stuff for me didn't work out well for me. I don't have a house. This end game, okay, now I'm in my 40s, like Ebony. I'm in my 40s and now I want, and you done burnt out some, you're trash narratives. One thing I can say as a man, that I get offers, I get sexual offers often, and I turn them all down because I know what's coming with it. What's coming with these sexual offers is, now you have to do this for me. Now you have to do that for me. And then when I don't, the cops get called. How come there aren't any videos of these women claiming that this is how it is when you sucker a man? Where are the before and after? How come we see women doing a video in 2024, how a man need to pay my daycare? This is 2026 and there are no follow-up videos. But I assure you, you go look at Scamming Chicago, Flipping Chicago, there was women saying, oh, I just got with these flip people, we're going to flip houses, and they showing you the end result video. They're calling it TSG or whatever. And she got scammed. I assure you, down in Atlanta, I Flip Atlanta is an all girls. Remember, they put the emphasis on. We're an all girls organization, and we teach women how to get the bag. We teach, and the end result is they all got scammed. All of them. Because what you see is they flipped Chicago, and then the flippers flipped on them. But everybody knows, including our government, including scam artists, the easiest person to fool is a woman. They're naive. They're dumb. They don't see things in time. They like to tell you they do. They don't see things in time. They are the mega dumb. I've been saying this for the longest. Whenever I hear a woman talking that strong nonsense, I don't believe it. I don't hear white women saying they're strong. I don't hear Spanish women saying they're strong. Women from Venezuela. I don't hear women from Italy. I don't hear women from Europe. I don't hear South African women. I don't hear nobody screaming this. This 3-card Molly bullshit on what they are. And everybody, I mean everybody, is taking a pick of the litter at how to scam them. Why is that? Tell me exactly how you can get a woman with 3 kids by 3 different dudes to have another baby by somebody else. How is that? How is that? How is that? You know why? Because it's easy to fool a woman. Couldn't do it to CHRYSTAL HOLMAN though. Couldn't do it. Let's go back to that woman, Ebony, for a second. One time she came to my house and I said, hey, listen, when you come to my house, back in the driveway because people will approach you. You want to make sure you see. The very next day, she came to my house and was approached. And I was already on to it. I check everything, movement. I got cameras. If a frog is out in the grass, I'm on them. I am fully aware of my fucking surroundings. And anything that comes to this house looking for trouble will have a problem. So when Ebony was under my protection, it was just that. I watched the dude go to the house on the corner, then cross the street. Then when he was crossing the street, I seen Ebony drive by, backing in the driveway. I seen him lock his eyes onto Ebony. He stood on the dog walk and he was putting on his coveralls. And then as soon as Ebony door opened, he started making a beeline. I stepped out. I said, yo, my man, beat it. Fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck off the block. What? White kid. He takes his hat off. He got tattoos all on his skull. Yo, man, I know XYZ. I said, I don't know none of them motherfuckers. I'm an intellect. Beat it. Get the fuck off the block. Yo, you big motherfuckers always talking that shit. I said, I was talking like this when I was your size, little nigga. Get the fuck off the block. Right? Ebony and I comes in the house, and her being a woman, she don't know man talk. She don't know a prime when she speaks. She haven't and wasn't used to these words. She's used to soft and I will, and her being the boss, she's not and wasn't used to listening to a boss. But we came in the house and Ebony said the most amazing thing. She said he might come back. I said he went to the house on the corner, went to the house across the street and came to this house. Come here. Comes out in front of the house. I said, where's he at now? He's a block and a half down now. You know why? Because Prime told him, get the fuck off the block. But women don't understand this talk. They just think that, oh, they don't know commanding. They don't know. Ebony was not aware of the 6'1" dude ready to kick ass. The 6'1" dude that was speaking to somebody there was no room for negotiation. Every word that I spoke, that motherfucker listened to and was like, this motherfucker ain't giving me no end. Get the fuck off the block. Everything he said was trumped with something of a higher caliber of understanding. when he took his hat off. Look at his tattoos supposed to have represented his street life. I said, my man, what the fuck? I don't know nothing about that motherfucker. I'm an intellect. I wrote books. I don't know none of these motherfuckers you talking about. He said, I know X, I don't know none of them motherfuckers. I'm an intellect. I write books. Then he tried to coming at me personally. You big motherfuckers, you always talking that shit. Little motherfucker, I was talking like this when I was your size. Get the fuck off the block. It was not up for negotiation. It didn't mean go to the house next door. I said, get the fuck off the block. And he did it. But these women aren't used to that type of talk. They're used to that back and forth, rah, 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 rah. They're not used to a man speaking. Again, Crystal knew. I remember one time Crystal and I was talking and I said, what the fuck did you think I was going to say when you said that bullshit? You know what she said? You know what she said? She said exactly what you said. Yeah. But when you listen to these women claim that he tricked me into taking nut, he tricked me, he tricked me, he tricked me. He's a narcissist. He's a master manipulator. He tricked me, he tricked me. How come these strong-minded women are being so easily fooled? And he can trick you into having his baby, getting some pussy from you, and just so coincidentally, that's all you got to offer. How come he couldn't trick you to go rob a bank for him? How come he couldn't trick you into making him dinner every day? You mean to tell me the only thing that man could have tricked you out of was shit that you only know how to do? Shit that you... How come the things that you was tricked into was your only fucking worth? I don't believe these women are strong. Again, Crystal Holman, if she was to make a video about anything, she will never make a video about that. I assure you, she won't do it. Every other woman, and I mean every, as in .com, as in cross your T, dot your I. Every other woman I dated will tell you that. It is Women Wednesdays over here at the League of Dads International Fathers League. Remember, I want to thank individuals for making contributions to the movement. I want to thank individuals. Please hit that thumbs up button. Please share this video because individuals need to hear it. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about direct experiences of women that I've dealt with. People, if you want to listen to exclusive content, check that membership. Become a member. It's only like $7 a month. Become a member and listen to exclusive videos. Every day I load up about 2 or 3 videos, 2 or 3 consultations, so you can hear direct interaction with individuals that need consultations. All right? In the membership section. All right. Again, every woman could be fooled except Crystal Holman. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. You know why every woman that I've known was fooled except Crystal Holman? You know why? Because what y'all got to understand, and maybe one day y'all are going to realize that a woman will take on the mindset of the curriculum that her friends spew. Crystal is from the Bronx, New York. Crystal was 5 years old, 6, maybe 7, and she was up on all the game that her sister, she watched the sisters and had understanding that when involving with men, there's a high level of game and bullshit. So Crystal Holman was up on game. As I stated earlier, if you was interacting with Crystal Holman, every stage of it was calculated. All the other women that I've dealt with had fantasy curriculum. This is why they wasn't successful and will never be successful with a man. Every other woman said, I'm going to create the curriculum, as opposed to understanding the curriculum of men, saying, okay, and then rewiring their game based on how a men are. Now, the woman that I used, Ebony had absolute zero understanding of men. Everything was some old fantasy bullshit protocol of the sisterhood that she thought was going to work on me. I mean, everything. I used to sit back and just listen to this dumbass woman and be like, wow, it's amazing that you got 2 or 3 degrees and you're an absolute fucking zero when it comes to understanding men and relationships. It is just amazing. And when it came to sticking to bullshit protocol, just like Crystal Holman is sticking with the protocol of her sisters. And like I said, Crystal Holman belonged to a higher echelon of male curriculum. And let's say the woman that, what was it? Oh yeah, Ebony. I used Ebony, right? Okay. The woman that I used, Ebony, she never had interaction with men. She never lived with a man. She never did anything with a man, but said, I hate men. I was touched. I hate men. I hate on a way, hate a date, wait, hate. And then tried to package it up as, I want to be in a relationship and I want to do this and I want to do that. And it was clearly none of that. All the interaction with Ebony was all foolery, fluff, and stuff when you can clearly see. I'm truly shocked that I dealt with Ebony as long as I did. I am truly shocked. When I hurt my hand, I knew, I didn't even tell Ebony because I knew she had absolutely nothing in place to help me. I would buy things that cost $500, $400, $400, $500 and be like, hey, you want one? Ebony would never done that for me. She doesn't know how to do that. She just, too much hate. With Ebony, you could tell you hit a hate barrier. And when you hit that hate barrier, so it was. I only hope that Ebony enjoy her life and tell her that you will forever be in the streets looking for somebody to love you. 5% of what you got from me. But Crystal Holman, on the other hand, even though she's older now and she gained weight, at least I always told Crystal Holman, you're a hybrid. I said, you are an excellent woman for Crystal Holman, I told you she was excellent at being a wife and a girlfriend. But the second the streets come calling, she would switch. Now you're looking at her like, why are you talking like this and all that? But Ebony, she had absolutely none. Ebony didn't have 1% of relationship protocol. Not 1% of her. Everything, all the interaction that Ebony did involving a man was all staged and phony bullshit. Hey, listen, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow.